Good day. My name is Pamire. I just thought of taking a short documentary of myself, my experience, my struggle, my pain. Hope you guys will learn one or two, get inspired. Yeah, thank you. This is where I stay. This is my home. I'm really glad to be where I am today. It took me a while for me to figure out where I should stay or somewhere I can call my home. But finally, I found a place, and I am with my family, 2 children, Nokutenda, Shalom, and Nicole, Anashe, as well as my wife. The way staying here, we're good. When we generally look at what's happening around a nation, it's something that probably we can call a season, which no one is quite sure when it's going to end, or it's just that time is proclaimed in the scriptures, the last days where crisis will deepen and darkness will be darker in the earth. This is true to our situation in Zimbabwe. We are living in the time where we see ourselves coinciding with the proclamation of the scriptures. But inside the crisis, inside the deep crisis, we are alive and we are surviving. Personally, about me, I have generally tried to put my hands in so many things in my life, tried different things, doing 1,000 things at the same time, trying to find one thing that can excel me to the next level, or where I can find my breakthrough. But it seems all the corners or the avenues that I'm trying and attempting are like closed. At times you think of finding a new lease of life elsewhere in the world. This is what I share. This is my thought. This is my thinking. Because I'm a robust person, and my mind is something that I cannot even explain but my mind is, I always say, a mind of a dreamer is like a time bomb. When it is encapsulated in an encampment, it is really dangerous when it explodes. But that kind of a mind, that kind of a person who is a dreamer, when he or she stays long in an enclosure, a lot of things tends to happen due to the pressure that we're talking about. One, then things of extraordinary ideas, like trying to find a new lease of life somewhere, not necessarily out of this world. Of course, that's God's decision to take you from this earth to another realm of life. But I'm talking about in this earth, relocating somewhere. There's some of the thoughts that comes into my mind. Maybe for school, advancing my school, because truly in Zimbabwe, you can't really advance your education right now because our hands are like tied up. The resources that are then demanded at these schools are erratic at the moment because you go to work, but all the salary has been eroded rather, by different aspects that I engaged myself into, the loans from the bank and some credits, facilities that I need to fulfill. That's really taking a toll on us, on my family, on me. I can't even fulfill some of the obligations generally in life. Can look after my family, can look after my mom. Not talking about my mom, it's something that makes me cry when I think of her. My father died before I was born, 1981. And she is the one who carried all the burden, all the struggles, the pain. She worked so tirelessly in her life to see us through. She would travel long distances, long journeys on foot, carrying mangoes to sell mangoes, those fruits called mangoes, in the farms, in the commercial farming areas. Many times also she would go there to sell some meat, pork meat, in the farms. And I remember sometimes I would really accompany her in those farms. And be with her, would really walk long distances, long journeys. Can't even figure out how many kilometers were those, but that was a long distance. And she's still alive, but definitely and certainly you can identify the complications, the consequences of that life she lived. All what was in her mind was to see her children growing up and to be somebody, to be someone, so that they make a difference in life. But the way is that time is moving. She is always in pain. She is always crying. The conditions that she suffers from mostly are musculoskeletal conditions, and those are difficult to treat. Those are difficult to cure, because sometimes they're like in the blood system. The chest, the pains that moves all over your body, all over around your body, your system, something that she cannot do anything about. But all she needs right now is rest, a decent place to stay, a shoulder to lean on, a child to look after her. I've lost some of my sisters, about 3 of them. They're gone. And we are left 4 of us. But among us, the 4 who are living, no one is doing anything, no one is working. It is me who is regarded as a professional, somebody who goes to work. But here I am, I'm working, yes. But what can I do to help you out? Nothing. The most painful and difficult thing that I'm experiencing right now. I have 2 children, 2 daughters. The first one is turning 6, the other one just turned a year. They're going to school, but not that decent school. It's just an obligation that I'm fulfilling, that a child is to go to school, but it's not that school upon my desire. It was really an embarrassing thing last term when she was supposed to go for a school visit. We failed to raise $20 for her to go with other friends for the trip. She cried bitterly when we failed to secure the $20. And she failed to go for a school trip. Imagine, this is my first-born daughter I'm talking about. But inside of this crisis, I'm just thanking God. He's faithful. He's alive. He has kept us going. He keeps us moving. I also thank God that I managed to secure a stand through a loan that I acquired from work, and I managed to secure a stand, and I actually constructed a temporary structure. I'll just show you around my place. Constructed a temporary structure. Something that has always been upon my heart, that it's actually breaking new grounds in my family, because no one has managed to live up to this extent and build a house in the capital city. Yeah, it's a temporary structure, but I'm proud of it, and it was a milestone achievement in my life. Yeah, let me show you around. So this is the dining room. These are my sofas, as you can see. This is a divider. There's my radio. These are my cameras over here. This is our stove, or gas stove. We use gas because we do not have electricity at the moment. Electricity is probably coming very soon. This is the kitchen unit. My wife is at work right now, so everything is messy. Let me show you my bedroom. Oh, it's divided by a curtain. As I told you, everything is a messy. My wife is gone for work, and I'm too lazy to tidy up the room. So this is the bedroom. Okay. Yeah, so let me show you also the other room. I constructed about 3 rooms from wooden material. This is the dining. Sorry, the spare bedroom for the girls. Yeah. It's a cot bed which is disintegrated to be accommodated in the room. So yeah, everything is just a messy, but it's okay. It's alright. Let me show you outside. So generally, this is the outside appearance of the cabin. This front part of the cabin. I'm now outside. There's a side of the cabin, side view. This is the back view of the cabin. So this is generally the place that I stay. The location. People are busy building houses, timber structures, as well as real structures. It's called Southlands. We're just by the roadside where vehicles passes by. We do not have really problems with transportation to get into town or to connect to any other city, which is really a blessing. So I dug actually a well for us to access water. So this is the wall. It's actually protected by this asbestos and this old sofa, so that we do not have casualties falling in, especially children. The heap of the soil that was extracted from the pit. So we are happy. The water was managed to reach out, or they managed to extract this pit to the extent of getting water about 3 days ago. So yeah, this is generally my life. So these are some of the things that I'm going through, experiencing, but also let me hasten to say I am an enthusiastic person, as I said earlier. I am a nurse by profession, occupational health nurse, so to speak. I'm also a musician. I do country music. Music is been like in the family. The only thing that we could not do musically as a family was probably to get into the studio and do some recordings. So I'm probably the first person to get into the studio to do some recordings in the family. So I've done up to date 3 albums and about 3 official videos that I've done, which are quite good, according to my standard, of course. I have a studio which is currently not doing well. Well, the studio was meant to probably try and raise some bit of funds here and there, some monies, but it's not doing very well, and the place that we are renting is taking a toll on us.